Hey guys, it's Claire from Clairified Creations, and today we're going to be doing a fall-inspired vlog. As you can see, I have so many different apples, which means I'm gonna be making homemade apple cider for the first time. I'm super excited to try this because I've never done this before, and every fall season I always want apple cider. I love apple cider, I cannot get enough of it, and it always runs out way too quickly, so I decided why not make my own. I chopped up about 6 apples and 1 navel orange. The recipe recommended an assortment of apples, so that's what I did. And now we're just gonna dump them all in the pot. Guys, does this not just look amazing? Look at all those apples. I cut all of those successfully without cutting myself, so I'm very proud. The next part is probably my favorite, which is adding all the spices. I managed to get this bag of spices at home. I just put them all in a plastic bag, and oh my goodness, you guys, it smells so much like fall. So we're just gonna dump all this in here. I have no idea how much I put in there, so hopefully this is okay. The spices that are in there are the ground cloves, the allspice, and some nutmeg. And of course, apple cider would not be apple cider without cinnamon. So we're gonna just add 1 tablespoon of the cinnamon. This is honestly probably the only measurement I'm gonna get right as far as the spices go. I love cinnamon so much. And my battery's about to die. That's great. I'm back. The battery has been changed. We're not gonna let a dead battery get in the way of our cinnamon apple cider making. There's the cinnamon, and let's pour it in here. The final seasoning to really get that fall flavor in effect is the cinnamon sticks. I got these at Kroger, and they were $4.79. Cinnamon sticks are super expensive, you guys, and this is the Kroger brand, so it's not even the very good kind, but we're just gonna add 4 of these in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Finally, the last ingredient is, of course, water. We're gonna add about 8 cups of water to cover the apples, make sure they're in a nice, lovely bath, and then it's gonna sit for 2 hours. Then we're gonna come back and check it. So let's add the water. Okay guys, so the 8 cups of water have been added, and you can just see this bubbly pot of goodness. I definitely don't want to drop it, so we're gonna get a close-up and insert it right now. It smells so good, so we're gonna let this simmer for 2 more hours, and then we'll be back to check on it to mash all of it up and add the sweetener, the brown sugar. It's been a couple hours since the apple cider has been boiling, and now we're gonna finally check on it. And the fun part is this: we're gonna mash up all the remaining apples to get that smooth consistency and release all the aromas and full potential of the apples. So let's take this out. Wow. It doesn't exactly look too appetizing, but it smells amazing. Do you see that steam coming off? Perhaps my favorite part of this whole thing is gonna be mashing them up. Now, we don't have a potato masher, unfortunately, but we do have a good old wooden spoon. So it doesn't matter, just take your old wooden spoon and start mashing to have a good time. So we're just gonna mash these apples all along the sides of the pot. Hopefully I can show this to you without dropping my camera into the apple cider. So look, we're gonna just put it out to the side and mash all the way until our very heart's content. We've gotten the apples all mashed up, at least as much as I can get it without a potato masher. And now we're gonna wait 1 more hour to let it all simmer down and compile itself. And then we're gonna add the sweetener in next. So 1 more hour on the clock. 1 hour later, I'm back, and we're gonna strain the apple cider. It definitely doesn't look as nice as it did earlier with all the apple colors, but it sure smells really good. I think that's a good sign. If you hear that in the background, yes, that is my stats class online via YouTube. I did not plan accordingly. So I went ahead and strained everything. I was trying to watch stats and strain the apple, so I didn't have time to record that, but it was just pretty basic, just with strainer, white strainer. And now I'm gonna attend stats and I'll finish up the apple cider in a little bit. I'm back from stats class and now we're finally gonna get to add the sweetener. I'm choosing brown sugar as my sweetener. We're gonna add 1/4 cup of this brown sugar into the mixture. The recipe did say to sweeten to taste, so I guess it really just depends. So I'm gonna taste it after I add it in. I haven't tasted it in about an hour, so you never know. Things could definitely change. I'm just gonna pack them in here, make it packed like sand. Here we go, guys. Let's finally taste the homemade apple cider. I'm gonna taste it. Okay. First result. My first thought is, wow, that's really good. But secondly, it definitely needs a lot more like sugar because I think the apples I used were kind of tart. I did put 2 Granny Smith apples in there. So we're just gonna add some more sweetener until it's nice and sweet, but oh my goodness, I really love it, you guys. Gonna give it one last stir and I'm gonna put it in my cup. As you can see, I already have a cinnamon stick in my cup just to make sure that everything is authentic. We're gonna go ahead and get some using this handy dandy ladle. And this is gonna take a while. We're gonna try it. Wow. Okay. Gonna use some sheer muscle strength and power through. It tastes really good. It's just like fall, what you get at the grocery store, but you made it. I'll link down the recipe below. You can taste some more of it. You can taste the tartness of the apples, the cinnamon and the spices. It's perfect. So if you want your very own mug of fall, highly recommend this. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Behind the scenes of making apple cider, what they don't show you on Food Network is the amount of mess that people make. This is real life, and things can get really messy really fast. And I have another dilemma. So we can see the giant pot is over here. And then there's the very small mouth pitcher. What am I gonna do? Probably take it very nice and slow. Just gonna, I'm gonna be here a while. Just wanted to show you some insight reality to cooking with Claire. Update 2.0, per Bridget's recommendation, we're taking it by the cupful. Just get yourself any coffee mug, it'll do, and casually have a good time because you're gonna be here a while. Okay, only about 27 more glasses to go and we should be done.